Good morning. This is a reflection on lesson 184 in A Course in Miracles. The name of God is my inheritance. I think that's what it says. The name of God is my inheritance. First of all, it's like, what? What does that mean? But the lesson itself I really liked. It's a buggy morning out on the lake. I'm waiting to see if the sun's going to peek through those clouds. And if not, that's fine. It's just peaceful being out here. 5 a.m., 5:30 right now. The name of God is my inheritance. So this lesson talks about how I think about this all the time. And there's something, a line, it kind of reminds me of this favorite poem of mine, Between Going and Staying by Octavio Paz. And it says something like, paper, book, pencil, glass, rest in the shade of their names. So I just like to think, I repeat this a lot to myself, all things rest in the shade of their names is what, these mosquitoes, is what this thing is talking about. It actually said, like, in learning as humans, we have to name everything in order to communicate, in order to, communicate. So we give things names, and then we think by giving it names, it now holds some meaning. So like we've given these things a meaning, and it actually used the word like shade, and that's when it reminded me, this reminds me of that poem, where it's like the true essence of something is simply there, existing, resting in the shade of the names we give them, meaning the shade, meaning the name itself, the meaning we apply or subscribe to it, prescribe to it. And so how would we talk about something without the commonly understood name for it? We'd probably be able to give it more significance. We've kind of boiled things down into names. It's like shorthand or code. Like right now I'm sitting in a kayak. It's like, what would I call this thing? I'd call it I don't know, I'm not so creative this morning. But let's go onto the water in the long floaty thing that keeps us alive. Let's go kayaking. But oh my God, it keeps us alive. Like, maybe everything would be named in terms of how close to life we are, or death. Because that's how meaningful it really is. Like, I'm out here with no protection. It's really only like 3 feet deep, but still. I have a life jacket. What would I call that? See, that one actually is close to its name. Life jacket. It's very close to life. Oh man, I need more sleep. So it's talking about how but just having us recognize that we give things names and we think that's all the meaning there is. Like that was the purpose of it. Like, we categorize the whole world, and it talks about how it leads to separation. So I'm separating this thing from that thing in order for you to understand it. I think about this stuff all the time, as it's like we have to do that, is just like coming into it's all about communication, isn't it? If we didn't have to communicate, if we just communicated like in some other experiential way with each other without words, what would life be like? I wonder. I think we would just have all these emotive, like, expressions of emotions that we all would understand. Like, we could do that now, and we actually do. We can communicate without words, and it feels deeper, doesn't it? It feels more meaningful. It feels closer in connection with each other to express through emotions. And we're like, oh man, I get that. I have felt that before. I know exactly what they're feeling and going through. And it's so much closer than words can allow. And that's what this lesson's talking about, how the words are separation. They're designed to separate and categorize and delineate and all those things. And so this talks about, I forgot what the title of the lesson is now, but it talks about how we're just recognizing that in the absence of that, we can feel underneath it all, the true reality underneath all of that is oneness, no separation. Words are designed, by design, they separate, categorize. If I name this one thing, nothing else can be that, and this can't be those other things. I gave it a name. But if we just went around experiencing the essence of the stuff around us in a more nameless way. And sometimes I practice that with like the whole slowing down the thoughts and trying to see what's there in the absence of thought. Whoa. It feels so good to just try to turn off thought or pause it. It never goes off all the way for long. And just see, like, feel what is underneath that. It feels so good and satisfying to me to turn off words. And I love words. Like I said, I love poetry. I love making meaning through word combinations. And I love when I can turn off the words and just, oh, it's hard. What do your thoughts sound like? Like, mine are actually in words when the words are happening, like when the thoughts are thinking. they're like English words. I speak English, and I'm like, holy crap. Of course, everybody else's language, are they thinking in their language, or are they thinking in some other way? Like, my thoughts are very language based. Isn't that weird? It's the whole of my experience. I don't know how you think, but for me, I think in words. Like, how do I think except in words? If the words aren't there, then I'm dropping into the body and feeling. I don't know if I can have thoughts without words. I just experience the thing. I'm looking at a streak of an airplane way off in the distance. So yeah, the sun is coming up and it's too cloudy to see the actual outline of the sun. Like yesterday, oh my God, it's a big round thing, and I stared at it too long and had sunspots. God, these bugs are off the charts. So anyway, I think about that a lot, like stopping the words, because my whole sense of brain, like do you ever also wonder about where you feel like the you-ness is coming from within you? When I'm in a thought space, everything, like when I'm in the mind, everything feels like it's right here. Like, I don't know, because the inputs through the eye, I'm taking in that, I'm taking in sound. My thoughts feel like right here. If I'm expressing, it's right here. So the whole feeling of me, where it's coming from in my body, feels very like right here. And that doesn't always feel good. It doesn't feel comfortable. I'm like, I have a whole rest of the body. Why do I feel like I'm emanating from here? Obviously right now I do because I'm talking sounds. So then I'll try to I'll do a body scan, and I'll put my attention into just my right knee or something. And I'll be trying to experience my meanness. Oh my God, something crawled up my sleeve. Ew, there's so many bugs. I'll try to experience my meanness from my knees perspective. I'll just put all it's like sending I don't know how to describe it yet, into my knee, and be like, does it feel like it has the same experience that I feel like when I'm right here? I can't quite make it the same. It's trippy. And then I'll do another body scan and see where else my attention starts to fall, and my left elbow. As if okay, left elbow, you're running the ship now. What do you want to tell the rest of the body? And you know what? I just realized, oh, this is weird. I feel like when those things are in the driver's seat, they have more compassion for the rest of the body, because, yeah, man, they feel like one. They already feel connected to everything. I almost said everybody else, all the bodies of my body. And the head just, by nature, feels separate. It feels like it's in the control tower, way up on high, going yas, yas. Yup. That's how it is. And it doesn't pay much mind to the rest of the body. And that's kind of sad. Man, what a weird experience. So I want to do that some more. Put the control tower into different parts of the body and be like, now what do you want to tell the team? What do you want to tell everybody? Maybe I'll do that all day today. Just take a different body part. I've only done it a handful of times, just to kind of, but now I get that, how it relates to the lesson, this idea of oneness versus separation, and the mind with its wording, constantly has to make words in order to separate. Everything else just already understands the oneness. We're all one thing. Isn't that weird? So the mind is designed to create separation, and I think we're here to kind of grapple with that. Obviously, hence Buddhism. Zen, they caught on to that, early on. This being the root of suffering is that feeling of separation and the perpetuation of separation. And our human minds are designed to do that. So that's what I have for this lesson. Got pretty trippy. Didn't get a lot of sleep. I slept okay, but my husband came down to the campground last night to spend a night, and then he just left before I got out on the lake. He did not sleep well. He's not a camper. Well, not a tent camper so much. He just didn't have a good night. I mean, he says he likes to camp, and he does. We've been camping in this tent before, but it was just a perfect storm of him not feeling well, and then he got chilly and had some health. It's just sad. So I feel bad that he didn't get to experience a perfect night of camping. But we're going to go in July, and we'll make sure it's a perfect night of camping. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, didn't sleep well, so that's maybe why or didn't sleep long. It's probably why my thoughts are extra trippy this morning. But I do think about these things and how the words, for me, I've recognized that is already the source of separation and that's why I try to stop the words and see what it feels like to stop the words, stop the separation. So I'm gonna shut up now and turn this off and stop talking things into separation. Here's the almost sunrise again.